Good morning, Year 6. Welcome back to another maths session. It is Friday the 24th of April today, and we're on our final session of the week. We're going to put in all of those skills that we have learned this week into this lesson. So, we're going to be using the 4 operations to solve puzzles. You are going to use different calculations to solve problems, use your knowledge of operations, BODMAS, to solve number puzzles, and you're going to use reasoning to explain why you got to that answer. Now then, as always, it's early in the morning, let's get our brains fired up and working. There's a quick fire Kahoot. Most of the questions are about 10 seconds long. So get ready, get thinking, and let's get that brain working. Your code is here, so you can go to kahoot.it and enter in that code, or click the link on the daily task sheet, which will take you straight to the challenge. So pause the video now and go and have a go at this, please. Okay, excellent job. Anyone who's had a go at this morning will be awarded some dojos. So well done there. Now then, let's look at my first question. Anna chooses 2 numbers. She adds them together and then she divides it by 2. And her answer is 19. One of the numbers she chose was 14. What was the other number? So pause the video and go and have a go at this yourself. What do you make the 2 numbers to be? Okay then, hopefully you've had a go at that. Let's look at the important information. 2 numbers, well that's quite important. We know that she adds them together, and we know that she divides by 2, and her answer is 19. Well, let's get that written out into a number sentence. So 2 numbers, but I don't know what they are, so I'm going to call them A plus B. 2 numbers that could be of any value, divided by 2 is equal to 19. Now that might look right, but it's not quite there, because if I was to solve this, I would do this part first, because it's BODMAS. So I'm going to put my brackets around here because this is its own and it's divided by 2, okay? I now need to start to solve this, and I'm going to use the other important information here where it says that one of the numbers she chose was 14. So I'm going to call 14 is going to be A, okay? So that would be now 14 plus B divided by 2. That answer divided by 2 is equal to 19. Okay, I can now start to solve this. Now, there's different ways you could look at this. You could think of the inverse and work your way backwards, okay? 19, if you're working backwards, it's going to be multiplied by 2. And then you can start to subtract up here. Another way to look at it is with your formula. So I'm going to start moving things around to try and get my answer. I'm going to move this divide 2 first over to this side. So I've got 14 plus B, and I'm going to move this divide 2 over to the 19 side, which is now makes it as 19 times 2, which gives me 14 plus B is equal to 38, because 19 times 2 is 38. So I'm now left with 14 plus B is equal to 38. So 14 plus something equals 38. Well, again, you can think about this logically. You could use algebra and change the side, change the sign. I'm going to move it across, okay? So I'm going to move that 14 to the other side. So it's adding 14, okay? It's a positive 14. It's now going to become negative. So B is equal to 38 minus 14. Therefore, B is equal to 24. And there we go. I've got A. One of my missing numbers was 14. It told us that in the question. And I've now worked out the other missing number, which is now 24. And there we go, okay? Solved and done. You can think about it of algebra like this, or you could just work in the inverse. 19 multiplied by 2 is 38. One of those, okay, numbers was 14, so 38 minus 14, that'll leave me 24. That means that the missing number must be 24. And if I do that now, if I do 14 plus 24, that would equal to 38 divided by 2, and it equals 19, okay? Well done. Let's look at the next question. And yes, I apologise if you can hear any noise. My neighbour is doing some construction. They've been drilling for the last 2 and a bit hours. So I apologise, okay, if you can hear any background noise in here. Now, here's another question. Anna chose 2 whole numbers, okay? They had a product of 18 and a difference of 7. What were her numbers? Try and solve this yourself. Try and work this out. 2 whole numbers, so not decimals, whole numbers. A product of 18, a difference of 7. This is important. And obviously this is important. And then there's there's my question that I'm answering. Two whole numbers, well that could be 1, that could be 500, it could be 6. Okay, next part. A product of 18, what does product mean? Product means multiplication. So these two numbers, when multiplied together, equal 18. I can now start to work this part out. So two numbers that multiply together that make 18. So I need to list all the factors of 18. Well, I've got 18 and 1. If I go to the next one, I would have 9 and 2. And I would obviously have 6 and 3. 4 doesn't work. 5 doesn't work. 6 does work, but it's already there. Obviously 7 doesn't, 8 doesn't, 9 doesn't, got it there. 10 and so on, okay? So it's got to be either this pair of numbers, this pair of numbers, or this pair of numbers. Let's look at the next important part of information. They have a difference of 7. Well, this does not have a difference of 7, it has a difference of 17. 18 and 1 is different 17. 6 and 3 have a difference of 3. There's 3 numbers between them. 2 and 9, there is my difference of 7. So, her two numbers that she chose were 2 and 9. And it fits my question. When multiplied together, they equal 18, and they have a difference of 7. Okay? So, well done, especially if you got that correct. Now, your work for today is the same as it has been all week. There's been some sheets that have been emailed to your parents. You need to find the answers and solve them. Again, if you want a little challenge, you can have a go at another group's work. Or if you want a further extension activity, there are some activities on Study Ladder. Answers, as always, will be sent at the end of the day. If you want me to mark it for you, take a photograph, send it to me, and I will mark your maths for you and get it straight back to you, okay? So, Year 6, thank you very much. Have a wonderful session, and I will speak to you very, very shortly in our daily Skype sessions. Goodbye, Year 6.